San Marino at the bottom. We're in this little park up. I've seen it on Park for Night, but it's also when you go on Google Maps, it's got the little caravan symbol. The parking is staggered, so there's 3 gravel bits that are staggered. It's free. There's bins at the top, there's grey water dump, and there's fresh water, so yep. It's good.
And we're parked in the bottom tier, so it means when we go for the cable car we've got a little walk up, but yeah, that's okay.
It will warm us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we got this lovely view. Perfect. So we're off to get the cable car up to the main part of the town, which we believe is at the top of this car park. So we're at the top of the tiers. There's a grey dump, bins and loos. And that way to the cable car. So the cable car runs every 15 minutes according to that sign, and also if you've got a little doggy with you, it has to be muzzled or in a cage.
Even if it's a big dog.
Is it?
Yeah. It was built under the Italian fascist regime from, it says here, get the dates right, 28 to 32. Yeah, so during the Second World War, and indeed the First World War, no, the First World War San Marino was neutral. The Second World War, I think they probably sided with the Italians for obvious reasons, very small country, but they were bombed in the Second World War.
There's a cable car.
Wow, this is cool.
So you can park closer to it, but you just have to pay.
That's good. We're on top of the world again.
Yeah, we made it to the top. Now we're going to go exploring.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we can see snow on the tops of the mountains over the way, yeah. But we're low enough not to have snow at the moment.
But it is cold. But it's beautifully sunny, as you can see.
Yeah, it's lovely. Love it, love it.
Let's get going.
Yeah, but what views, Tash? If it was a bit clearer. There's a little bit of mist and, I think, fog actually. But you could see for miles if it was clear. It's extraordinary. I keep reusing that word, don't I? I'll use a different word later.
And I've got a really nice flag.
This is a bit like Sant' Emilion, but much higher. I mean, even the church is in the same place, but the town is much smaller because it's a steeper slope. Fantastic.
Which way shall we go? We're going up first.
It's also a bit like Mont Saint-Michel in the feel of the streets.
Last entry, 4:30. So we've just come into the first tower. You have to pay. It was €9 for me, and Tracy got a senior price.
Grey hair.
So Trace was €6. So you can go right to the top of this tower, which is what we're going to do now.
There's obviously an electrical switch room but look, they've kept the original door.
I thought I'd lead you to a door.
They've even got stone on the stairs here, it's brilliant.
That's nice, eh? Got that the old lights.
Oh, now we're high.
Goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to like it up here, Trace.
Yeah. What the most extraordinary tower. These are fantastic. Very simple top hung doors, but with downward dropping windows when they're in, which allows musket fire. It also allows ventilation, which is what's part to keep the tower good. It is a substantially built tower out of beautifully finished stone, with floors which are huge timber trees. Can you imagine how you got them up here? And then the planks of wood are literally just cut from trees, and they've kept all of the bark on. It's fantastic. You can also see, because we're so high up, these are the old-fashioned snow cuts, so that if there's snow on the roof it doesn't fall onto someone and damage them. So that would just stop plates of snow falling off as big single plates of snow. So that's something I've not seen before on these historic buildings. It's incredibly well preserved, and I'm blown away.
Again.
Yeah. So what they've done is they've got a timber floor which is on huge beams. These are obviously roof joists rather than floor joists, and then they've put probably a lime screed on top, and then put these tiles on. So it's a highly substantial floor, but there's no spring or bounce in it because it's so well constructed. What you have here is the originals on the other side. You can see they're still very roughly finished, and then we have modern replacements here, which are just honest, but you can tell they've been machine cut. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely interesting iron studies.
The bed. That looks alright. Look at this, Trace.
Yes. It's lovely, isn't it? Here we have a tower. This dates in documentary form from the 13th century, although it appears to be a little earlier. So what you have here with the window at the bottom is completely uncut, very crudely hewn stone. So that's quite an early date. As you move up the tower, to the right you can see that it's still quite crudely hewn stone, so that's prior 19th century. And then as you move up further you can see another phase of building where the arches, and the stone is just being cut by machine, so that's a later addition, and you can start to read buildings in that way. And then the final little thing to notice here is you'll see some flat tiles. Those are Roman tiles, so they've picked up something from the site to use to level. There's some just here, which suggests the site might have a Roman origin.
the one we've just been in.
Yes. Oh gosh, that's a really good view.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Oh gosh, that's jaw-dropping, isn't it?
Look at the road, the wiggly road.
Yeah. Do you know what? Don't come up here if you've got vertigo. That's it. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The second tower, and what's happened in the 1920s is the dungeons have been taken out and a museum of archaeology has been put in, so the windows have been made bigger whilst you can still see the vaults. Any sense of it being a dungeon has long since passed. Having said that, they've done some works, I think archaeological works, according to the information I read, to try and understand what used to be there, and they found some remnants that weren't taken out at the start of the 20th century. Nonetheless, still a tower worth coming to.
And you can see the third and final one right in the distance. But I think that one is privately owned.
Yeah, I think you can walk to it, can't you? But
Yeah.
you can't get into it.
I just brought Harvey and me the flag, €1 each, because we both love flags. Always good to see a toilet. So the toilet is located between the first and second tower. Turns out said toilet's not open. Seen a little car shop. We're going to look to see if they've got a little Beano. No Fiat Ducatos. They did have some cool cars in there though, eh?
Yes.
You couldn't film in there though, so
2 Land Rovers.
2 Land Rovers. So we just had a nice pizza and we picked up Molly a little present, and the scenery's changed again with the mist.
It's very atmospheric, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
Going to look in the tunnel.
Yeah. So we're back down the bottom off the cable car. I'm going to look at the old railway track tunnel.
It's a gentle incline up, isn't it?
Yeah. That'd be the old power bits up there, Trace.
Yep. That would be.
So we're nearly back at the van. These are the 3 staggered car parks I was talking about. Here he is. Oh, he's looking cold.
He's not shivering yet.
Get the kettle on, Beano, that will warm you up.
Oh yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
So we're back at the van. It's been a great day, hasn't it, Trace?
It's been amazing.
Yeah, we're back on gas tonight as well.
What a super place.
Yeah.
And the good news is, I've just done all my steps.
Yeah. I would definitely highly recommend this place. It's well worth it. What was it, Trace, for the cable car? Oh, €5 each return.
Yeah.
So that's good. As I said before, parking down here is free, and just up the tier system, normal size vehicles can park there for free. As you get level with the cable car, there's also a car park there which you have to pay, and you can drive up to the town in a normal size vehicle, and you have to pay for that as well. So yeah, a really good day, eh?
Yes, indeed. Superb. Just
Yeah.
getting the kettle on.
Yeah, parched. So what we've got to be careful of tonight, as if you've watched some of our earlier videos when we first got the van, because we've got the original solar panel that comes with the van, it has a tendency of running out of power if you're running the heating on gas. So we've learnt that lesson the hard way before, haven't we?
Yes.
So I think tonight we need to be quite clever, because it is already quite cold and it's only 4 o'clock. So what we'll do is we'll just keep boiling the kettle for tea, because that warms up the van quite well, and we'll just do short bursts later on before bed.
Of the heating.
Of the heating, yeah. And make sure everything's fully charged. That needs to be charged. And we've got our lantern for
Yes.
a light later to save the battery.
Yeah. And we also have our EcoFlow,
Yeah.
which gives us power if we need it.
And in fact, what I might do is, in a minute, I'll turn the fridge down to 1 to help with the power on that as well. So we'll let you know how we get on tomorrow. See you later.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we had a lovely day yesterday. We went up to the mountaintop of San Marino, which had a lovely cable car, 3 minutes, right to the top of the mountain. So that was brilliant. That was quite nice views on the way up and down as well. It's a fantastic little town, bit touristy at the bottom, lots of leather goods shops and souvenir shops, etc. But having said all of that, the towers and the historic environment and the streetscape and the quality of the work that they do there is absolutely second to none. It has a sort of Mont Saint-Michel vibe to it, and with the street slopes and the materials, but there were fewer people there than I would have expected in the summer. So yeah, if you are in Italy, North Italy, it's worth a diversion.
Yeah, highly recommend it, wouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So last night I did mention to you about our power situation with the heating on gas. I think I said about the solar panel, what I actually meant was the leisure battery. So we've got the standard leisure battery which comes with the van. I know a lot of people with this van have upgraded, but actually last night performed pretty well.
It did very well.
Yeah, we had the heat. So we used the hobs for cooking tea, so we had both hobs on, which warmed the van nice. After tea we had the heating on for half an hour, was all good, and then I think we put it on for another 40 minutes. And actually I forgot how efficient the heating with the gas is compared to electric. So it warms up super quick, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, yeah.
So that was all good. One thing I did notice when I was checking the control panel, when I had the big light on rather than the dim lights at the front, it did use a lot of power, and I did switch the fridge down to number 1, so that will help. But yeah, it was really good.
So this morning we've still got batteries saying good.
Yeah, I think maybe if we had 2 nights like this we might struggle tonight, so we're going to try and get power today. But yeah, it was fine. So we'll end this video now, because the plan is to do some big drives over the next couple of days to get us into the south of France. As you know, as we've said previously, we're not going to Spain and we're not going to go back up north through the Alps. So that's the plan.
That's the plan at the moment. So thank you very much for watching.
Yes, and if you've enjoyed our videos, please subscribe, help us grow our channel.
And in the meantime, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep.
Bye for now.